All right, so this is a serious issue. Clearly, you see the video, Kyle Bassinga. First, I want to start off with my condolences to the family members, to the friends, to anybody that knew this young man. Um, I don't want to make this video in a sense to make conspiracy theories. I do want to make this video to basically let it be known or what type of man he was. Right now, I don't personally know him clearly, but we do know how this country goes. You understand what I mean? Again, I'm not trying to make conspiracy theories, but history does repeat itself. I made a video just a while back speaking on sundown towns within Georgia, and it's 2026, but police, government, FBI, CIA, nobody cares enough to like do something about it. Um, it's been a plethora amount of cases like this where black men specifically hang themselves, allegedly hang themselves to off themselves. Why a black man specifically would go about literally hanging himself, his own self, I just in anything from 2020 all the way to 2026, it's been a lot of that. But again, to go to the story, this young lady, Miss Shop AIF, she basically is breaking down what I'm feeling and what probably some of you are feeling. Like, it don't make any sense.
My eyes tonight, I want to talk about Kyle Bassinga, 21-year-old college student found in Fair Oaks Park in Marietta, Georgia.
I want to first say that I've been to Fair Oaks, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Fair Oaks is not a heavily forested area, if that makes any sense. It's not heavily forested, if that makes any sense. It's really open. You can see, like, it's unless they basically changed it. It's been a minute since I've been there, but it's like a park is a park is a park. You know what I mean? Some of them are a little bit more dense as far as trees is concerned, but Forest Park is not.
You're hanging from a tree. Police say there is no foul play. Now, this is an aerial view of Fair Oaks Park in Marietta,
Do you
Georgia.
see that?
Now, they are saying that based on eyewitnesses, Kyle entered the park, or they saw a man enter the park on Valentine's Day around 4:30 p.m. Now, the sun does not set in Marietta, Georgia until 6:21 on Valentine's.
That's another thing. 4 o'clock, broad daylight, y'all. Broad daylight, y'all. So, a young man enters the park broad daylight, 4 p.m. Maybe if he was entering at 11, it still sounds iffy, but it's like if he's entering at 11, you can't see nothing and be wondering, what the fuck are you doing at 11 o'clock? You know what I mean? 4 p.m.? 4 p.m. He's trying to unalive himself is what they saying?
Valentine's Day, okay? Now, the detectives are saying, based on the evidence that they have gathered, that they are ruling this a self-unaliving. Now, here's what I want to know. Based on the eyewitnesses that the police say they have, did anybody say that Kyle had a backpack? Or was he just swinging a rope around all willy-nilly walking into the park? Did he wait till the sun goes?
They didn't give any of that information out. I'm sure that it's basically still a touchy subject because of the, public. It's basically it's pretty new. It's pretty new. It's like February 20th. But basically it's still pretty new. They're waiting on the autopsy. I'm not sure how much I will trust the autopsy, because autopsies clearly have been shown that they will do some things for a piece of change. But, it's like, hopefully the autopsy will give us the actual truth. We don't know, though. You know what I mean? I don't think we'll ever know, to be honest.
Go down to do it? Like, these are the questions that I have, because I'm going to tell you right now, right? Only about 9% of us unalive ourselves. And we are not going to do it in a park
fucking rope
and by a tree. Do you hear me?
With a fucking rope.
Where are the things used to climb said tree? Sit up in the tree and then tie the knot.
Bingo. No talked about a chair. No talked about how he got himself up above a tree like he's like Catwoman now. Like, what the fuck? He's a bear? You know what I mean? Like, None of this shit is, and they don't give you any of that information, and they'll just leave you on a it's on a need to know basis type shit. This is the country that we live in. This is the county that we live in. You know what I mean? Like Marietta is like literally a hop skipping away from where I'm at right now. Again, going back to the sundown towns, there's a lot of people that speak on the aspect. I remember hearing Tabitha speak on this, and she was saying that she do believe that Marietta used to be like a sundown town, like not too long ago.
Just a whole lot going on in the daytime that makes no sense to me. Now, we already know that they don't look for us when we're missing. Kyle had been reported missing, all right? And this is where he was found, in Fair Oaks Park,
Fair
hanging
Oaks.
from a tree. Make it make sense. And there's no foul play. They are quick to dismiss this as just an unaliving. I don't
And they're saying that the family has been very like they don't want to talk about it, which is understandable. I don't want people to like ask like they're making conspiracy theories about the family, not speaking on the aspect of it. I know my mama, whether I wanted her or not, she is gonna go ham, and my sister even more. My sister might literally do some shit to make herself be in danger, her life be in danger. I already know. I already know because she was one of them. Her and my mother was basically when I was locked up for some dumb shit on some from the cops doing dumb shit to me, basically placing shit on my body in fucking Forest Park. No, was it Forest Park? Not Fair Oaks, but Henry County, Henry County, Georgia. You understand what I mean? Stay away from Henry County. Stay away from Henry County, Georgia. It's black people there. I don't know how they fucking stay there. Stay away from Henry County, Georgia. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, it's the fact that their family is on some hush mode again. You know, I'm not sure you heard about the aspect of you can't tell anybody how to grieve. So just again, leave them alone. Let them go about it how they go about it, and hopefully we can come to a conclusion with
don't
this damn
believe it in my
case.
spirit, and I will say it again. We do not hang ourselves. Now, before I close my eyes tonight, I want to
I
talk
don't believe
about
it
Kyle
either.
Bassinga.
I don't believe that we hang ourselves either. It just so happened. It's so ironic that we see so many cases of these we hanging ourselves, right? But they don't provide us with any type of evidence of, oh well, yeah, here's the chair. Oh well, yeah, he was buying the rope. Oh well, yeah, he was going about. You know what I mean? None of that shit. None of that evidence ever shows up. None of the family shows speaks on that aspect. None of that. None of it. You know what I mean? But it just so happens that they just basically just go about unaliving themselves by themselves with their own rope, with hanging on a tree. That they just all of a sudden cat people. They can just climb trees and shit. This is not just the only one that I wanted to go about. This is an actual video. I wanted to go to his page, but at the same time, I don't. You know what I mean? Because it's some things you should leave alone. Like as far as you touching it yourself, I'll show the video, but I'll just say this before I get into the video. Kyle was 21 years old. He was still a child. You know what I mean? He was a young man, but he was still his he was still trying to understand the world, if that makes any sense. You understand what I mean? So before you watch this video, just try to understand that he's still trying to explore the world. You know what I mean? I want to just give that context first because people are going off on their fucking theories and fucking conspiracy theories, and they don't realize this is America, okay? And he's still a fucking young man. He's a child. Let's just keep it a buck. He just start turned able is now able to drink legally drink. Just put that in your head.
Earth to figure out who we are. This is a journey about self. This is a journey about searching inside yourself. This life journey is more than just what's on the outside and, paying bills and all that. It's a self journey. It's a self discovery. It's a self reflection. I want to let y'all niggas know that it's time, bro. Like 2025 is literally it's time, bro. It's time for you to get up off your ass. It's time for you to get to it, gang. Get to the money on, bro. It's time, bro. And I'm really speaking to myself when I say this, bro. Like, it's no longer time to sit on your ass all day and, bullshit and all that, bro. It's really time to get to it, bro. Fear is not real. It's not a real emotion. Like, obviously, it's
Now, before I close my eyes tonight,
hard to figure out who we are. It's time, bro. Like, it's okay. Get to the money on, bro. It's time, bro. And I'm really speaking to myself when I say this, bro. Like, it's no longer time to sit on your ass all day and, bullshit and all that, bro. It's really time to get to it, bro. Fear is not real. It's not a real emotion. Like, obviously, it's fight or flight, but, you're not supposed to fear a human being. And I say this to say, like, you should never let anyone try to downplay you or downsize you. Because at the end of the day, we're all equal. We're all human beings. We're all equal, bro. And for someone to put fear into you is a form of showing that, yo, I'm not equal towards you. I'm actually above you. So you should never let anyone put that fear in your heart, man. Walk with God in your heart. If you got God in your heart, you shouldn't need to fear anybody except God. But yeah, I'm gonna start walking now because this lady started. Purpose is God-given. Purpose is divine. And once you find that purpose, you'll be able to figure out what you want to do, how you want to live your life.
They're saying this young man.
Once you're able to dedicate your life to that purpose, there's really no need.
They're saying this type of young man, young black man in Atlanta, Georgia, in Marietta, Georgia, unalived himself. As much as I'm saying that he's young and how he processed the world around him, they're saying that this type of young man with this type of consciousness in his head, this type of thought process about life in his head, about God in his head, went to a park at 4 p.m. just to... You understand what I mean? Do you get where I'm going with this? So, again, I'm not trying to cause any type of conspiracy theories, but something ain't adding up. The families doesn't want to talk, which is understandable. The police always don't want to fucking give details. Let's just keep it a buck. So, us as the public, we have to respect the family. We have to basically respect their wishes if they want, to be like quiet about the situation. Let them be quiet. I've seen a video about a young lady saying that she's mad at the family for not speaking up on this topic. Again, we can't tell people how to grieve, but she's also telling the public to stop speaking on Kyle. You know what I mean? And it's like, at the very least, I think that if anything, this should be up in an uproar because we have too many cases like this. It should be talked about. Now, yes, the good, the bad, and the ugly may come with it, but it should be talked about. This young man put videos out here. Thank God he has videos up here like this, so we can at least know what type of thought process he had as a young man in Georgia, where there's a whole bunch of sundown towns all across the Atlanta metropolitan. You go anywhere outside of that fucking circle of Atlanta, and he's anywhere outside of the United States of Atlanta, and you might get just done, just like this shit. He talked about fear. He's right. You shouldn't have fear. You shouldn't. But with that shouldn't have fear, you also have to be bold enough to speak on these type of topics. I got one last video, and this is I think is either a young friend of his own, a young man that was his friend. Let me make sure that I go to the right video.
About self.
Give me a minute.
Good evening. My name is Stefan. I am a senior at Kennesaw State University.
Give me a minute. I'm about to watch it. Give me a minute.
Good evening. My name is Stefan. I am a senior at Kennesaw State University. And I'm here because what happened to Kyle on February 14th demands far more than quiet condolences. It demands action, scrutiny, and a community that refuses to be dismissed. Again, on February 14th, Kyle, a 21-year-old Georgia State University student, went missing after entering the wooded area around Fair Oaks Park. 4 days later, he was found hanging from a tree near the park entrance. This is a horrifying and deeply painful loss, and it deserves the highest level of seriousness from every institution involved. And we cannot separate this moment from the historical context that shapes it. For generations, even in this county, Black communities have lived with the reality that when we go missing, when we are harmed, or when we die under suspicious circumstances, police departments have too often responded with dismissal. From the era of Jim Crow to present day, law enforcement has not earned the trust of Black neighborhoods. And that history is not distant. It is alive in the way families experience these tragedies and in the way communities interpret official statements today. We know the pattern. We know the names. Trey Reed, Leon Haynes, Raynor Johnson, Trevante Schubert Helton, and others whose deaths were ruled suicides with no clear answers and no trust from the communities most affected. Let me be clear, no one here is claiming to know exactly what happened to Kyle. What we are saying is that the people of Cobb County will not accept a narrative handed to us without evidence, without transparency, and without accountability. A press release is not the truth, and a community's grief cannot be managed with vague statements and closed-door decision-making. In this moment, our community is stepping up. In this family's time of grief, it is our duty to do so. We will stand up and demand a transparent and full investigation, and we have every right in solidarity with our neighbors to insist that this process meets the needs of Kyle's family, not the convenience of county officials. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Stephen.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that if anything, this story is, it's tiring to go over and over again throughout the years of a Black person unaliving themselves with a rope, specifically a Black man. I don't really hear too many of Black women doing that, but why is it just so many Black men doing that to themselves? You know what I mean? With the context of behind this country, are we really going to say that that's how they want to go out? As a conspiracy theory or as a trope? I just, no evidence, no eyewitnesses, no like I said before, where's the chairs? How they got up to the tree? They just all of a sudden can climb trees. Do you see how lanky that young man was? Like he climbing trees. That's what y'all saying. I digress. That was everything that all of this. Every time I hear a story like this, my head straight goes back to the fucking Walmart park. Do y'all remember that shit? Where a Black man hung himself in a Walmart parking lot in Georgia, I think. I want to say it was in Georgia, I believe. I just, it's tiring, bro. My condolences to this young man, Kyle. I understand what he was going through because I was going through the same type of thought processes as a young man. I was thinking the same type of things of what I am and what I'm not to be quote unquote afraid of, you know what I mean, in this world. And thank God I was able to even, you don't know. You don't fucking know. You understand what I mean? So it's like, take care of your loved ones, man. Cause you just never know with certain situations. This was a park like Fair Oaks Park. I've been to that park. I'm trying to tell you, it's very. You've seen the picture of the overview of the park. It's not a very densely forested area. So to see that park is literally just like the fucking Walmart fucking parking lot. Like what the fuck? And then there is where to a park is where he wanted to do that. At a park is where he wanted to do that. That type of man with that type of mind and consciousness of himself in this world. That's where he wanted to do that at. I just stop fucking pissing on our head and calling it rain. I'm tired of these motherfuckers, dog. I'm so tired. Um, as much as I'm tired, I want to calm and quell the fires of other black people because I'm tired, but other motherfuckers is mad, angry, ready to fucking hit a motherfucker. You feel me? You can't tell people how to grieve, man. And like that, we gone.